Lights are away.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. I hope you're all having a fantastic... Oh, hang on. It's not capturing my face. 1 sec. There we go. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Tonight is going to be something pretty interesting. Because tonight, we are going to be looking at a game that I had a hand in developing. So, allow me to introduce you all to just the boss fights. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar... Oh, hang on. My throat's a bit gunky. 1 second. For those of you that don't know, I am a student in college, currently in a game design course. Been studying game design ever since I got into college. A lot of folks say that I'm super blessed to have, know what I want to do with my life. But yeah, this is essentially at the university I'm at, we have a program where for the final semester of college, you have to create a video game. You're with a team of like 30 or so other students, and you're all working together to create a fully functional video game that you release on Steam and have all of the rights to, which I think is really cool as like an option for a portfolio piece. So, this is the game that I am responsible for the level design in, that being just the boss fights. Now, I previously announced this in the Discord, and the game is free for everybody to play, but I wanted to play through it on stream so that I could give you guys a bit of, you know, developer commentary, as it were. Since, you know, I have first-hand experience with the game, so I wanted to give my 2 cents, as it were. Give a bit of developer commentary, just kind of tell you guys about the game that I've been super passionate about getting to work on. So, let's go ahead and get things started. We are, of course, going to play the tutorial. Boy, you may be royal blood, but if you're going out into the wilds, you always have to remember these 3 things. Remember who you are, remember to always take courage, and remember to use WASD to walk. Thank you, sir, I'll remember. Oh, one more thing I forgot. Remember you can jump with space. Got it. Now, I may be old, but I can take a hit. If you can hit me with that old training sword I gave you by pressing left click, then you might be ready for a real weapon someday. How about your magic, boy? Try casting that frost spell like I taught you. All you have to do is press E. Oh, and keep an eye on your mana. Not bad, kid. You may be a royal brat, but you have the heart of an adventurer. I do? Sure as I'm breathing. If you ever need a reminder on your skills, my teacher will go with you on the pause menu. Just press escape. Good luck out there, kid. You're gonna need it. Thank you again, sir. Wait. Alright, show me what you've got. Check it out, my incredible obstacle course. No way you can get to me. Weird. Seems like our prototype here might be a bit confused about the fact that we've suddenly jumped to an entirely different location very abruptly. Jump over some obstacles. And what's this? Seems we have a directional dash that the game is teaching us to use. No way! You almost had me, but check it out. I'm too high to reach now, even with your fancy dash trick. He'd have to have a bow to fire with right click to get me up here, so I'm safe. You know I can hear you, right? So, as the game is tutorializing us to do... Bop. Fine, you got me. I'll tell you my secrets now. Check it out, that dash move is more than just speed. It also protects you from all damage while you're dashing. And even if you do get hit, you can fix it with a bit of magic. Check it out, my recipe for magic healing paste. That's... Where'd you go? How? Am I hurt? Did I fall or something? What happened? Variable underscore player health ratio, 78%. Who said that? Game state, player objective is dash obstacle. Hello? So this is where the game starts getting a bit meta. You can see that the entire environment's flipped around in the background. There's a boss we haven't even fought yet and a random cactus in the way. That we do indeed take damage from hitting. But we can also learn that pressing Q allows us to restore our health, and if we remember the words of the funny little raccoon from earlier, if we dash, we can make it through. What do you know? The raccoon was right. So you finally... That's unsettling. Or by... This feels wrong. Error. Dialogue tutorial 3.2. String not found in position 6. Command terminating function. Dialogue underscore tutorial 3.2. What is happening? Why can't I move? Game state underscore player objective variable underscore boolean player health full is false. Variable underscore boolean player health full return value true expected. Do I need to heal myself? Key map defensive and health magic is bound to Q. So as you can see, we did a little bit of funny, little bit of a funny thing there with using a lot of like technical terminology and like programming language and shit for a lot of the game's humor. That was a nightmare. At least the paste worked, I guess. And suddenly, we're in our first real encounter. So, little development tidbit. Earlier on, we were planning to have like far more fully fledged levels for the tutorials that were going to take place in like a little glitch realm outside of the original game. But due to scope and time constraints, they had to be cut down to the smaller segments you saw there. And now, we get into our first actual boss. Huh. This is different. Wait, why is my sword different? Why do my pants feel higher quality? I mean, they look the same, but still. Why have you come here? Is my banishment not punishment enough? Has your grief blossomed into grave violence? What? Who are you? Did you change my clothes? I think we're both changed by the ritual more than we knew. Not an answer to my question. I'm in no mood to solve your foul riddles, Prince. It wasn't... You know what? It's fine. Aren't you supposed to, I don't know, teach me some magic? You ridicule me with your nonsense. We both know that magic got both of us into this mess, and now you're here to end me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Have we met? So you can probably understand the premise of the game. Now, based on the title, just the boss fights. What is supposed to be a several hundred-hour RPG-styled epic with various quest lines, overlapping characters, and a side-scrolling RPG setup, similar to something like a Metroidvania or whatnot, has been fucked with, as it were. So now, we have skipped ahead to the game's first major boss fight with nary a clue of what happened. So much so that even the protagonist himself is confused. I have no idea what you're talking about. Have we met? Foul hero. First you ruined my love, now you mock my wit. Next you'll rend my life. I see the ancient wand of Galadar in your hand. Is that what this thing is? Amphibian's Bane, relic of the Frozen Rift. Wow, that means nothing to me. I'm gonna need some context. Your descriptions are no use, unless, is he tormented by madness? Yeah, let's go with that. No, he's too clever for that. He decides to lower my guard with a silver tongue. If you give me literally any detail about our personal history, that would be great. I shan't be made a fool by this whelp. Oh, you stopped listening, huh? You may think me a coward, disgraced by the Emperor's court, but you'll find that this wizard doesn't croak so easily. Oh no. And with that, we have our first major boss fight of the game. The Frog Wizard. This guy's basically been our game's like pseudo-mascot throughout the entirety of development. He was the first boss ever designed, and the art team did a fantastic job with all of his various portraits throughout the game's development. But yeah, he's got a relatively standard moveset, all things considered. He does 2 hops when he's about to signal that he'll do an attack. If he jumps up real high into the air, he's going to do an Earth Slam. If he does 1 hop, he's going to do a single hit. And if he hops twice, he'll jump forward and shoot a fireball, which I am horribly inept at dodging. Just because I made the game helped make the game doesn't mean that I'm good at it. However, you'll notice something. The frog has a mana system too. So when he runs low on mana and does the little watery effect there to heal, to restore his mana, that's your cue to get in and smack him for some big damage. And you could get even more damage if you freeze him beforehand. Can we please stop now? No, I will not roll over and die to the likes of you. That's not what It is clear that your anger is just pure and pure. I must accept that this battle must be. It really, mustn't? We can stop. Truth be told, I do regret Elizabeth's death. My hubris brought harm to the innocent. Nope, don't know who that is. So many hurt by the reckless ritual of runes. Why do you keep doing that with your R's? But I was foolish. Blind. You know it's kind of rude to ignore people. I must come to terms with the fact that my relationship failed at my own hand. Shockingly, I still have no clue what you're saying. But life moves forward. Regret is not a worthy reason to throw a life away. I must push forward despite the pain. Wow, that was surprisingly poignant. How about you expand on that instead of fighting? My magic shall expand the point for me. Oh, so you were listening. Yeah, you could tell that the writers had a lot of fun making we all had a lot of fun with like a very tongue-in-cheek dialogue, making fun of a lot of stereotypical RPG tropes. You can see a very obviously telegraphed attack there, a la something like Final Fantasy XIV, telling you to get to the sides underneath the bridge. He's also got fancy earth spikes in this phase now, and he'll do a lot more teleporting around, so you're going to have to use the bow and arrow a lot more during the second phase and onward. Just be careful not to get hit too much. And you do have a decently sizable window to get under the arches to avoid the fire rain. We found that a lot of playtesters tended to have trouble figuring out how to dodge the fire rain, so we added the Final Fantasy XIV style damage indicator there. But yeah, as mentioned previously, this guy does still function on like a similar system to the player, whereas he's still restricted by his mana in terms of the spells that he'll cast. So for example, Fire Rain is like a very high cost spell for him, so he can't cast that like multiple times in a row. You'll also notice he'll start floating up in the air during the second phase and onward during his MP recovery. So you either gotta settle for ranged attacks, or you gotta find another way to hit him. See if I can get a few cheap shots with the ice. All right, on to phase 3. Strange. You seem a different fellow than the boy I knew. Finally, you're finally figuring it out. Stronger, faster. Well, I mean, I'll take the silence. What? I see. I don't. You bear a shadow in your wake, fell hero. How tragic that I must pity you. Okay? Does this mean we can stop fighting? No. Hello there, Blue Loomba. I hope you're doing well. What the? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. No. Hey. My resolve is sure. You must be the one to croak, not I. We've now entered the last phase of the boss fight. His magic is a lot fiercer and he attacks a lot faster now. It looks pretty cool. Thanks. Yeah, as I mentioned previously at the start, this is the game that I helped develop for my college course. But yeah, the final phase kind of remixes all of the boss's different attacks. He now has the fire rain can now move sideways, meaning you have to find different directions to dodge. The earth spikes stay around for longer. He spends less time charging mana. This is essentially meant to be like the big final phase of the fight, the last hurrah, as it were. However, fortunately, if there is one boss that I have playtested more than any of the others, it's this guy. So, even if he might catch me out a few times, I'm still more than capable of beating the Frog Wizard. And with that, he has croaked. Foolish boy, the darkness goes with you, but perhaps I am wrong, and yours is a madness of grief. Could you answer a few questions before you kick the bucket, please? Darkness or not, you still know me well. Even in my dying breath, I remain a frog of honor. The shadow is not your doing. I will answer your request. I know where Elizabeth's amulet is hidden. The Emperor's drake spirited it off to the Dismal Grove, deep within the forlorn woodland. That's not... Can I ask you the question first before you answer? You're right. In your state, my wisdom is raucous beyond the breeze. For me to die, who sought vengeance against the 7 realms at the hand of revenge self-sown, a shame. But you, not knowing your own grief, I fear nor anger. Truthfully, I pity you more than a legless tadpole. Aren't they all legless at first? I'm not an expert on frogs or anything, but something dark is looming on the horizon. Farewell. But you still didn't answer my And he's dead. Great. I am stuck here with a corpse that left me with more questions than answers. Maybe there's some clues in the castle? Might be able to search for a bit before I get dragged into the next... Yeah, as you can probably tell, the Frog Wizard here was meant to... We meant for the Frog Wizard's dialogue to be, like, very vague on purpose. It's kind of like a play on, like, the stereotypical Dark Souls-style NPC that speaks in riddles and provides you basically no help. So anyways, we move to the side, and this doesn't seem right. We appear to be given a tutorial, as only one of our options is unobstructed. By pressing left mouse button, we can perform a shield dash. And it seems like the shield bash can also get rid of obstacles. A new ability has been unblocked for us, so let's press this. And it made us invincible to it for a brief time. And another one. We press E, and that can deflect the projectiles. And seemingly they deal damage when they get reflected. Interesting to know. And this is a new environment. And suddenly I'm cold. Hey, mysterious entity that keeps changing my stuff. If you're going to keep violating my privacy, could you at least give me something warmer? Who's yelling over there? Show yourself. Oh, it's you. Wonderful. Okay, just play along. Nice to see you too? Nice? You're the whole reason we're stuck here. I am? How? Oh, yeah. Forgot you're an idiot. Now I've got to deal with 2 clowns. 2? The technical term is jester, my dear colleague. I thought I told you to shut up. Indeed, you did, but you'd sooner drown a fish than deprive me of my wit, fair lady. Why drown a fish when you can stab it? And I'm not some fair lady. Certainly not. You've been hogging all the best rocks. I dare say you're most unfair. Am I interrupting something? Oh, pay no mind to her. She gets cranky past her bedtime. You see, she's not really a nice person. I will stab you. I will stab you right in the face. At least you're not stabbing anything important. You're insufferable. Insufferably fun! It counteracts the suffering. Idiot. Don't you realize this kid's the one that got us stuck here? Still unclear on that, actually. Well, if you were clear, we wouldn't be able to see you, silly. That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm done indulging this stupid clown. Listen, kid, I'm not the type of gal to hold a grudge, and I would never attack someone of noble blood under ordinary circumstances. But I really need to blow off some steam here. Blow off steam? Then what other platform would we be on? Hey! You know what? I don't care anymore. I'll hit you too, you unfunny pile of slop. We now have our next boss fight, the duo. A duo of a jester and a knight. And, as the tutorial taught us, the jester is rather unhelpful with regards to their companion here. You can easily stun the knight by deflecting the jester's bombs. Oh. It seems our fight's been interrupted. Oh. Hello. I didn't realize there were entities in this area. I'll tell you, you see the oddest things nowadays. Another one? Sure. Why not have 3 now? I'll cut down as many imbeciles as pop up. See? I told you she gets cranky. And her banter is abysmal. I bet I could give her some pointers, eh, Shield Boy? I'm sorry. Whose side are you on here? All of them. What? My ball has either one side or infinite sides. So either way, I'm basically on all of them. That wouldn't even make sense if it wasn't completely stupid. I hate to break up the flirt fest here, but I do have a schedule to keep. How dare you? You did a great job wrecking the temple, but I can take it from here. What was that word you used? Jingle bells? About the banter? Abysmal? Really? Well, I could have sworn you said chasm. Oh well. Blah! Ugh. Anyone dead? Only a little. Let's do that again! How disappointing. At least it's a little warmer. Right? Hey, you're right. My armor moves moving much more freely down here. That'll make this even easier. So she, again, is not very happy with us. Thankfully, we at least still have our trusty bow and arrow to help things. Both the Jester and the Knight herself do share a health bar. So you can hit either of them if you want to get your attacks off. Ow. Just realized the game is a tad bit loud. I'm going to turn that down. Let's see. That seems good. And the boss now has a sword shield around her. Gonna have to focus on the Jester a little bit. Fortunately, we do still have the stone skin to make us invincible for a brief time. And, hey look, bombs! How convenient. Thank you. Much appreciated, Jester. Bop. Whoop. That's out of the way of that. Bonk her with the shield on the way over. Another bomb. Unfortunately, she does have the sword shield around her, so I can't really do anything with that. We are running dangerously low on health, and unlike the previous boss fight, we don't have a healing spell to take advantage of here, so gonna have to try to use the shield a little bit more. Dodge out of the way of the bouncing ball. Knight's still shielded, so we can't really do anything about her. Hey, Jester, could you throw some more bombs? Oi! And we're dead. One down, one to go. It's nothing personal, kid. Really. All right, back to work. Get over here, you walking circus dumpster. Fortunately, you are able to retry the boss fights from whatever checkpoint you were at previously. Makes things a bit easier. And we also have a skip dialogue option. We did our best in development to mitigate some of the more trial and error-y elements, since we know that's not everybody's cup of tea to have to, like, start a boss entirely over. Flap. It's not exactly people's thing to be able to have to restart an entire boss from the beginning, but we did our best to mitigate some of those issues. Also, I didn't show it off earlier because I wanted to avoid trivializing the boss a little bit, but since we do have the shield, we are able to directly knock the Jester's ball itself back towards the boss, as another method of stunning it. We did our best to try to balance it out so that when the Lady Knight is invincible or not really performing any actions, the Jester has some way of being hittable or making the boss herself hittable. In addition, if you stun her using the bombs, you'll also heal. Snack break! What? Are you kidding me? Sounds like someone needs some orange slices. I'm actively trying to kill you both. And on an empty stomach, no less. You too, kid. You'd better eat up before the chasm. We already fell down the chasm. Oh, good. Now we've both said it. We've got the setup right this time. Are you done vomiting nonsense, you paint-stained buffoon? I have a fight to finish. Not until you talk about the chasm. The one we fell down? No, the other chasm. Other? What other chasm? Now you're getting it. Getting what? Comedic timing. Is everyone having fun? Nope. Not at all. Oh no, please tell me how I can improve the experience. We greatly value your feedback here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You could shut up and die, you sentient puddle of slop. You know, I'm actually impressed with the crowd work. Really? I try. Yeah, you've actually gotten me to agree with the woman trying to kill me. You're real irritating. How nice of you to say. Was that a rock pun? My work is often taken for granted. Stop! But despite the rocky start to your relationship and all your faults, I think you're on the right course. These are awful. Not to get sentimental, but with some patience and understanding, this hate could metamorphosize into true lava. Somebody kill me, if you insist. Wait, that's not what I meant! Too late, time to end this. Oh, shist. You can also tell that some of our writers were very fond of puns. I mean, then again, I am too, so, you know. We're all on the same page here. I mean, except for the knight. She's not exactly having the best time. Let's see if I can sneak in and get a few of those. And yes, the lava does actively hurt you, so you do have to be mindful about stepping in that. You can step in it when the little platforms are going through the arena. As you can see there. Bonk. Ah. Fuck. Ah. A bit of a precarious situation here. Ah, schist. One down, one to go. Ah, yeah. The boss fight death dialogue doesn't really change depending on phase. Bonk. Hit her for a bit of health back. Let's see. Are you winning, bud? I'd say so, yeah. Beat the Frog Wizard, no problem, but then again, that wasn't really, that's the one I've had the most experience playtesting, so it wasn't exactly too difficult to beat the Frog's ass. And once this bomb eventually goes off, the duo should be down 2. Nice. Nope, not recovering from that one. This day literally couldn't get worse. At least you have me to keep you company. Great. I should have guessed you'd be here with me in hell. You could be dying sad and alone. Sounds peaceful. Downright blissful, actually. You wouldn't feel up for answering a couple questions, would you? Die painfully, brat. I'll take that as a no. I can answer questions. I've got time. You're dying, idiot. That's true. I do have that scheduled for tonight. Can we move the questions to tomorrow? Did you not hear me about the whole dying thing? Yes, but I won't be dying tomorrow, so I have the time available. I really hate you both. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow, kid. All the questions. It's a date. Are you flirting with me right now? You have to ask? Wow, some people really can be dense. I really don't know how to feel about this. Confused, I guess? I should probably find a way out of here, but then again, I'll probably just get... Well, this is ominous. I am that jester. Yeah, the writing team had a lot of fun with the puns for that one. Now we're on to our third boss. And this time, we've got a rather brutal melee weapon. A big ol' hammer. And not just any hammer. A bouncy hammer. If you use the hammer attack in the air, you can bounce off of enemies. We had designed the hammer in a similar way to something like Amy's hammer from the Sonic Advance games. And you also get an upgrade to your bow finally with a javelin. Pierces through multiple enemies. And a little bit of flight action, as it were. You get the flight for a while, so it's really helpful for movement. Let's see. I'm trying to remember specific... Ah, right, that's it. But yeah, if you hold down while you're doing the flight, you get a ground slam. Lots of fireballs coming at you. Turn them into ice. And you get a nice little healing platform for it, too. And now onto the big final boss. This is new. Whoa, that is a long way down. Just try not to fall off of whatever this thing is. Ah, fancy meeting you here, friend. Ugh, you again. Surprised to see me? Not really. I think I'm done being surprised at this point. Where's your sense of wonder? It's not every day you get to stand on the back of a dragon. Dragon? Why am I on a dragon? I thought you were done being surprised. Shut up. Dragon indeed. Vicious creatures draining the resources of the poor mortals beneath them. Nasty breath too. Fire, lightning, all very deadly. That's not even mentioning the scales. Tough as steel. A classic foe for a hero such as yourself. Slay the dragon, save the town below, and claim your destiny. Slay the dragon and then plummet to my doom? No thanks, you seem like a much better target. Nonsense! This is a climactic victory in your story. This is how you save the day. I may be oblivious to a lot of things, but I know for a fact that you've been changing whatever sad excuse for a story I had. It's called improv, my empty little vessel. Here, let me demonstrate. Give me a character, a setting, and an object. Fine. You, the back of this dragon, and the bigness end of my hammer. A bit cliche, but we can workshop it. Workshop this! Welcome to our third boss fight, chasing the mysterious fireball-throwing figure across the back of a dragon. Watch out for the spiky scales, they hurt. And also the bigger fireballs. Since this one's more of a platforming boss, we got the flight ability that you can make use of. You can bounce off the scales that deal damage to ya. Boing. And you use your E ability to deflect to hit a projectile, and you get a nice little healing platform off of it. We chase him to the front of the dragon. We can't really hit the big man himself, so we'll just have to settle for bonking the dragon's head in. Smooth move, buddy. Let's make this interesting. Nice, you're a fan of the music. Who dares to awaken me? He did it. Wait, no, I didn't mean mortal. Why do you seek the mighty Tempest Aletor? He seeks to destroy you, my liege. Hold on for just the first mortal to invoke my presence in centuries, and he comes brandishing a weapon in hand. The audacity! Let me inform you, fiend, that even weakened by the lack of faith from those I protect, I am still a dragon. Oh great, Tempest Aletor. I swear it was the other guy who just conveniently disappeared. Great. The flames shall be thy judgment, mortal! So now, you gotta make your way across the dragon again, but this time, you got the fire tornado behind ya. And some far bigger fireballs to contend with. But of course, that also means far bigger healing. The fire tornado is definitely very generous during this boss fight, and it is also just extremely fun to be able to chain all the bounces off of the spikes together. We really wanted to exemplify that you could make like a platformer style movement boss. Like you can make a boss essentially into a level if you're creative about it. So now we just gotta do a little bit of hammer bouncing on his head. But you'll notice he's not exactly very keen on that. You can even see him spitting the fireballs at us. Take the opportunity to get a quick bit of healing in. Bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. I'm just using the magic there to mostly get rid of the projectiles. I'm not really trying to use that healing too much. Fiend, you're an intruder in this heavenly realm. I will banish you from my skies. Get thrown back again, and the fire tornado is significantly faster this time, along with him launching his scales at us, and also spawning a bunch of mini dragons. though they could be just as effective as platforming utilities as they are as enemies. And you gotta be real mindful not to waste any time in this phase, because that fire tornado is close at your heels. Let's see. I'll start getting some hits in on him. Hey, buddy, you want to spawn a fireball? Oh, perfect, thank you. Oh, it's like you're trying to actively help me demo the game. Wait for it to get a bit closer. Pop that into a healing platform. Hey, buddy, don't mind if I just stand here on your head for a sec to get some health back. Watch out for that. That just barely wasn't high enough to get the anti-magic off. Ah, well, I'm sure another fireball will come flying by here soon. Stand on this, get a bit of healing off. I think this is just low enough to avoid the other fireballs. Yep, perfect. Boink, boink, boink. Of course, if we want to get really fancy, we could do the ground pound maneuver. If you will not go peacefully down to the lands below, believe me, I really want to, then divine lightning will be thy scourge. So now, we got the third phase. This one switches up the platform to be vertical instead of horizontal. And also, you have to watch out for the fire, as previously mentioned. Or the previously mentioned lightning. This one, you gotta make use of the little dragon guys as platforming utilities to get up to the top. Foolish mortal. Unfortunately, I had low health going into that phase. You would have doomed us all. If you will not go peacefully to the lands below, believe me, I really want to, the divine lightning will be thy scourge. But yeah, this phase is super generous with how much the little dragons respawn. So you have essentially a pretty sizable number of tries to get it right, to get up to the top there. Unfortunately, I still suck at this. Making good use of the skip dialogue function in this fight. Boink, 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 boink. Yeah, you do have to keep in mind that even if the dragons are platforming utilities, they do have a limited health bar, so you are going to have to be mindful of that if you plan on bouncing on a dragon more than once. I also will admit that I'm not exactly the best at this boss fight, but using the float utility properly really helps save a lot of runs. Yeah. Ah, damn it. The dragon is birthing them as you bounce up. I don't think that's what's happening. I mean, if our dragon friend here was undisturbed for millennia, then chances are he was probably getting it on a fair bit in that time. That's why there's plenty of dragons for us to pummel. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Make it up to the top, we can eventually start whacking the big man right on the head himself. Boing, 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 boing. And, damn it, I wanted the ground slam to be the finishing blow, but I didn't do enough damage. That would have been cool.
Mortal, before you vanquish me, I ask you to consider the impact of your actions. Destroying the barrier between the light realm and the dark source can bring nothing but harm. You will find nothing but misery there. No power is worth the destruction. I don't want to kill you. Please don't make me kill you. I'm so tired of all the violence, the death. All I want is answers. Very well. You fought with heart in exchange for my life and the lives of countless others. I will grant any knowledge you seek. Ask away, warrior. Finally. Boo! Bad show. You. Don't go soft on me now, Teapot. We're almost at the grand finale. You're not going to ruin this for me. The feeling is mutual. If you won't finish the job, then I'll do it myself. Thank you for playing the early access build. Now unlock the hard mode of all the bosses with new unique patterns. Yeah, at the moment, we are currently still in early access. We plan to have the final boss implemented into the game before the end of the month. That's ideally the case anyways, like I mentioned. Lots of delays and everything on account of the semester. But yeah, if we take a look at the saves here, we now have a boss select mode. This lets you go back and fight any of the bosses that you so choose, and also check out the optional hard mode. The hard mode was an idea that we had thrown around early in development, and one of our designers just kind of went and made a lot of hard modes that are kind of like crackhead levels of difficult. So I'm going to give it a shot, but don't expect me to beat them. Like I said, crackhead levels of difficulty. And you also do still get the dialogue for all the bosses if you want. Yeah, as you can see, the Frog Wizard is already starting shit. Like, a lot of shit. How adorable. You planned a deadline for... your game. Would be a shame if something went wrong. You're saying that like you have control over our game's release window, Lancer. Ow. And no, Lancer, we are not going to be amending the game to try and add anime cat girls into it. We're too late in development for that. If you wanted there to be cat girls, you should have asked for them earlier. Yeah, you'll notice that the Frog Wizard's attacks are a lot faster now, and he uses up a lot less mana with them as well. So you don't really get too much of a window to, you don't really get as much of a window to breathe. If I had to describe this with like any kind of similarity, it's kind of similar to choosing to fight What's-His-Face in Nine Souls without giving him like the poison and everything in his restoration pod. Where like he doesn't have like the segments where he's taking a break and his attacks come at you a lot faster. Oh, I don't, but Murphy's Law does? Yeah, well, Murphy's Law has already happened to us a few other times during this semester, so I think we've proven it already, so hopefully things should be fine. Yeah, as mentioned previously, the dialogue is all the same, and all the attacks are a lot harder, too. The original reason that we had thought about implementing a hard mode was that previously, during all of our, all the student playtesting and everything, we got a lot of feedback that people thought that the Frog Wizard was really difficult, which, of course, is definitely something that can happen to you. It's kind of like it's kind of like a game maker's bias, as it were, in the testing process, where you'll fight a boss so much that you'll start getting good at the boss fight because you've been testing it all the time. So then you'll think like, oh, okay, maybe I need to make this a bit harder. It seems too easy. When in reality, the fight was already the perfect level of difficulty, and now you've gone and made it harder. But yeah, because of that, we didn't want to completely scrap all of the AI for all the early AI for the Frog Wizard, so a lot of that idea kind of got repurposed into the hard modes, as it were. In addition, you'll notice that the hard mode version of the boss fight does not have checkpoints between phases. you know, for that just that little extra bit of difficulty. He'll also initiate his phase changes a lot faster. He also has an ice attack that is entirely new and is basically just cryogen from fucking Terraria Calamity mod. That attack is basically just cryogen. Same problem FromSoft ran into with alpha testers. Yeah, exactly. It's a common problem in the games industry. It's why you always got to get, like, you have to get, like, a decent amount of new people testing your game with every single early build. In addition to the veteran testers, you also need, like, a bunch of new testers. Because, again, the more times somebody tests your game, the better at its mechanics they're going to become. So because that's a lot harder to gauge the new player experience for a lot of bosses in that case. Yeah, try to see if I can play like a coward for a minute here to get my health back. I've got to dodge the fire coming out of those. Okay, I got some health back. That's good. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, like I said, these ones are real tough. But come on, if I beat Terraria Calamity mod, then I can beat hard mode in my own damn game. Ender, stop dying. Easy for you to say, Lancer. Have you beaten the hard modes yet? I know you left that Steam review about I know you left that Steam review about enjoying the dragon fight. Did you do the hard mode, Lancer? If you did do the hard mode, then you can't say shit. I kid, of course. Of course, any and all feedback is very much welcome and appreciated. Unless you're being a little shit. Nope, then shut your mouth, Lancer. You can criticize me on Shadow the Hedgehog all you want. You beat that one fair and square. You can make fun of me as much as you want for that one. But this is my game, damn it. If you haven't beaten the hard mode in this one, then you don't get to criticize me here. Also, I mentioned it, I think I mentioned it before, but massive shout-outs to our music composer. They did an absolutely fantastic job with all the tracks in this, keeping the general, like, overall leitmotif of the title theme, which for the longest time was our only piece of music, and stretching it out into several boss fight tracks that all feel unique. Like, they did an absolutely fantastic job with it. What? Might as well take the opportunity to heal now. Alright, phase 2. This is another one of the attacks that he could do. Big fireballs! Where he fucks off into the background. Bam, bam, bam. The ice attack gets me every time, man. Like, even during testing, that thing has still been a pain in my ass. Boy! Get over to here. Dodge the fire rain. He's doing the fireball attack again. Okay, left, right, middle. Perfect. No, he was on the other side of the platform. I couldn't reach him. Waste of a perfectly good freeze. Get over here. Take the opportunity to heal while I have the chance. Ba-da-bap. Played the game with a controller, not sure if it was easier. It honestly kind of depends. It honestly depends on your own personal preference. We know that the controller inputs could be a bit more difficult at times with how the arrow aiming works and everything. So it can be a little bit more difficult if you're doing it with a controller, but it honestly comes down to preference, in my opinion. A lot of the playtesting on controller, folks, it's gone perfectly fine for folks, so I don't really think that there's like a controller option that necessarily makes one thing or another harder. It ultimately just kind of comes down to like your own personal preference if you're more used to playing games with a controller or a keyboard. We do have it set up for controller and everything. Now, funny story, you might think that means that we'd be able to port the game to Steam Deck, but surprisingly not. There's like a lot of back-end development that you have to do to make a game able to be played on a Steam Deck. Like, it's a lot more to do than just like making it run on a Linux machine or something. Like, you have to change a lot of UI stuff, both in terms of like legibility and technical wise. Anyways, welcome to the crackhead phase. He knows if the rest of the boss fight wasn't crackheaded enough as it is. The Froggy Boy is really out to kill you now. The pillars get much higher, so you pretty much have to dash through them or jump off of a platform. He'll do a fuck ton more teleporting. Like, the boss just becomes absolutely brutal. But yeah, we have had some of our more experienced testers able to beat this boss, but for the sake of being able to show off everything in a timely manner, I'm going to move on to one of the other hard mode that we have currently at the moment, that being the Jesters. Now with this fight, we actually took advantage of there being like multiple different, well, I forget if the Jester hard mode is in this build or not, because I know we have it working in like our development version of the game. I just don't remember if the Jester hard mode is actively available in the current build of the game. My memory's a bit foggy. It's getting towards the end of the semester. We've done a lot of development stuff. But I believe that this is the hard mode, considering the fact that the Night Woman is not getting stunned from all the bombs dropping on her. Yep! It is indeed the hard mode. What in this place? I feel stronger than ever. -7860818347278378329. What was that? Game state, out of bounds. The Jester just fucks off into the background. No matter the situation, the fight must continue. You can't be serious. Welcome to the hard mode version of the fight. The game is actively collapsing around us. The Jester has fucked off into the background. And is also now coming at you with a massive fucking ball. Yeah, you gotta be really careful in this fight. The balancing is that since we gave you basically an invincible move, you don't really get as much healing in this version of the fight as you would in like the vanilla version. But yeah, this boss is a lot more in the vein of something like I'd say Hollow Knight, as it were, in terms of difficulty. Yeah, I really want to try to get to the next phase because I really want to show you guys that one. That one's a really fucking cool design. There's something really cool that happens in that phase that I really want to show you guys. You're doing better than I expected. No more playing around from here on. No hard feelings. But yeah, fortunately, once the only checkpoint that you get for this version of the fight is here when the game bugs out. Essentially, we felt that it wouldn't really make sense if you had to start the fight during an entirely different pattern just to get to this point where like the real fight begins, as it were. But yeah, the Jester fucks off into outer space, and the real fight begins. Yeah, I remember back during the, because how the capstone development goes is that during each major like phase of development, there's like a big playtesting session where all the students and a bunch of other folks from outside the Utah Games Division come in to playtest the student games. And we had one guy, God bless his soul, who like had basically played like nothing of the game before, but was like, oh, this is the new mechanic, this is the new thing that they probably need playtesting, so I'll just skip straight to this, without having known how to play the game, and it was the hard mode version of this boss. So basically, he was trying to fight this shit blind. God bless that glorious bastard. He was trying his damnedest. But yeah, also, fun little development detail. This giant floating mass of polygons in the background, that's a deconstructed model of the castle with a different texture. We felt it was a cool way to reuse on assets while also creating a unique like visual background for the glitchy environments, as it were. However, in the final build, we are going to have a more distinct background for this. Since after all, the whole idea is basically the Jester kind of stealing the show, so we have some interesting ideas for what it's going to look like in the final build of the game, which you guys are just going to have to wait to see for yourselves, because I'm not going to spoil anything. Well, more than I already have by implying it exists. Gotta drum up some excitement for the final release build of the game. Yes, I am advertising to you my own game in this stream. I know the stream itself is advertising already, but I gotta keep the intrigue somehow. Ow. Let's see, hopefully I can get to show off the mechanic that I really want to show off, but it's, just to give you guys a hint if I can't manage it, there's a reason that the background is that we're standing on like a 6-tile background with emphasis on a somewhat existent background. We are on a platform, after all, so, you know. You can also cheese the boss a little, again, using the stone skin ability that you have to try and get out of certain attacks that you might not be good at dodging. Which is a godsend for somebody like me, because it means that I can kind of cheese it a little bit during testing if I just really suck. Yeah, we also have all the attacks and everything are telegraphed pretty well. The only thing that shows up really quick are the swords, which you might notice are not only the same swords that you used earlier, but also the same sword model that we used from the background. You gotta make all of your art assets multifunctional when you're working with a small dev team. Gotta give everything more than one purpose, you know? But yeah, the game itself had, like... The thing is, the EAE department, the games department at the university I'm at, kind of shuffled around a lot of due dates a little bit. Like, previously it was like, oh, you need to get, like, the final version of the game out by this deadline. It's like, okay, great. But then they were like, well, actually, we want you to have something to be able to present at GDC because our university gives all the game students the week of GDC off from, like, the games department classes, which is nice. It gives everybody the opportunity to go and network at GDC if they have the opportunity and the money to, which I didn't. But a lot of the rest of the team did, and they did, like, some promotional work and everything, which was cool to see. But yeah, so they were like, okay, so we want you to have, like, a largely finished build of your game out by GDC, which kind of fucked with our internal release schedule a lot, so some of the boss fights had to get cut. One of the bosses that I was working on for a while for, like, the level design of it was essentially a later game upgraded version of the Frog Wizard fight, where you would fight the Frog Wizard's deranged ex-wife, the Toad Witch. The fight would start off in, like, the big castle in the background of the Frog Wizard fight, where you'd go in and, like, the castle banners would be, like, torn in half, like how you would see in, like, stereotypical media when they show, like, the crazy X with, like, half the pictures torn off and everything. Like, it would be that, but with, like, castle banners. And the Toad Witch would start off using a lot of her own, a lot of attacks similar to the Frog Wizard in that phase. But then throughout the phases, with all the dialogue with your character and everything, she'd learn to, like, move on from her relationship troubles. And then she'd open up a potion shop, and, like, the environment would suddenly change for the last phase to, like, a magic potion shop and shit. And it would be like, cool, so now that I helped you resolve your relationship problems, you'll let me go, right? And she responds, no, I'm still gonna kill you. So then you have to dodge, like, her flinging, like, potions and magic trinkets and shit around the arena. It was a really cool design. It was a really cool idea we had for it, but unfortunately, due to time constraints, it had to get cut. Also, one other fun development fact: early on in the game's development, the duo fight was not originally going to be a duo of a jester and a knight, but originally we were going to have the fight be a crab, like a giant monster crab, and its sentient shell. But later on in development, we decided to go with the duo and the jester. Decided to go with the duo of the serious knight and the extremely unserious jester for the boss fight instead. At one point in development, yes, Lancer, there was a giant enemy crab at one point in development. And I got lucky with the pattern there. You'd think I'd be better at this with how much I've been playing the Terraria Calamity mod recently. But, yeah. I forget, do we have I don't think we have a hard mode for the dragon boss fight in this version of the game quite yet. Trying to remember if we do. No, yeah, we do. So yeah, now some of the spots that you would previously be able to stand on in the original dragon boss fight have been replaced with glitch textures. So you're not going to be able to stand on them anymore. So you're going to have to make far better use of you're going to have to make far more use of stuff like the hammer bounce. It's also going to be a lot harder to try and get the healing projectile off. Yeah, that was just unfortunate positioning for my healing pylon there. Yeah, the hard mode fights are meant to be like a way greater challenge than even that of the base game. So these fights are naturally a fair bit more difficult. So much so that even I have trouble beating them. The main person on our team that has actually like beaten the hard mode boss fights is the one that was responsible for their creation. So by their standards, the fights are beatable. I just don't know how their standards line up with our standards with regards to beatable, but ah well. But yeah, that is just the boss fights. This game was a massive, massive labor of love by absolutely everybody on our development team that went on for almost a full year now in terms of our development team. And like things honestly were absolutely amazing. Like so many of our team members are just so skilled, and it was such a blast working with them on this game. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to show off with regards to the early access build of just the boss fights. Just the boss fights. If you guys think that you can do better than me when it comes to some of these hard mode fights, which is decently likely, you can check out just the boss fights yourself on Steam. Like I said, it is completely free to play and will be free to play once the game is fully released. So if you like the gameplay you've seen here and want to give it a shot yourself, feel free to download it. And if you do have any feedback for it, then feel free to message me in my Discord directly about it. Like I said, I am one of the developers on this game working on the boss arenas, so because of that, if you have any feedback about the game whatsoever, then you could send it to me and I'll make sure that it gets sent to the developers. But yeah, I really do hope that you guys all enjoyed my little show off of this game. Thank you, Blue Loom. I appreciate it. Means a lot. But yeah, really do hope that you guys appreciated my little showcase of the game that I've been working on for the past year. It really was an absolute blast working on it, and now that we're getting into the home stretch, I can say for certain that I'm very proud of the game that we've all come together to work on. Like, I really am happy with it. Now that we have finished showing off that, I'm going to go ahead and boot up some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
lava.
But yeah, the main thing that I'm interested in doing with Master Duel tonight is checking out this event, the Duel Triangle. The Duel Triangle event is pretty self-explanatory. You choose one of 3 groups and duel against the other groups. The 3 groups being Dark and Water decks, Light and Earth decks, and Fire and Wind decks. And all of the monsters in your deck have to can only contain those 2 attributes. So naturally, I chose Light and Earth. Because, I mean, this is Primite Blue Eyes, a deck that I've been piloting a more competitive version of on the ladder recently. But, for those of you unfamiliar, Primite is a series of dragon monsters that were released recently in Master Duel, and they revolve around normal monsters. There's Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, which lets you set a Primate spell or trap when it's normal summoned. You can attribute it to send a normal from deck to grave, and during the standby, if you have a normal on field or in grave, you can add it back to your hand. There's also Primite Lordly Load, which when it's activated, you can add a Primite from your deck to your hand, except this card. You can declare a normal monster, special summon a declared normal from your hand, deck, or grave, and special summon that declared normal from your hand, deck, or grave in defense, but you can't activate the effect of special summon monsters on field. And normal monsters and Primites you control gain 300 attack for each normal with a different name in your grave. There's also Primite Roar, which lets you pay 2,000, declare a normal name. The declared normal monster and Primites you control can't be destroyed by battle. And if you control no monsters, you can special summon a declared normal from your deck in defense. Then, if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target a normal you control, or in your graveyard. Banish a monster on the field with less attack, so banish their normal summon. But this is the most important of them. Primite Drill Beam. Reveal a Primite or a normal monster in your hand, except Drill Beam, or you can activate this if you control normal or a level 5 or higher Primite. Then target a face-up card on the field, negate its effects, and banish it. Then, during your main phase, if you control a Primite, you can set it from your graveyard. Infinitely recursive, banishing negation. It's pretty fucking good. I'm also playing one other Primite card. I don't normally play Roar in this monster, but since the card pool is limited by Maiden and Wishes being limited to 1, I decided to play these. Primite Imperial Dragon. It can't be normal summoned except by attributing 1 normal monster. During your opponent's main phase, you can reveal this card in your hand and normal summon a Primite, including itself. If it's tribute summoned, you can apply these effects in sequence. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls, then banish all monsters your opponent controls with the same type or attribute as a normal in grave. This is mostly meant for mirror matches in case I run into any other like Primite Blue Eyes players, because, you know, being able to banish all their Blue Eyes is definitely a very powerful ability. Plus, it's just an Omni negate for a tribute of a Blue Eyes, so, you know, why not? As for the rest of the deck, it largely revolves around the extremely powerful Blue Eyes engine. There's of course the traditional Blue Eyes cards, Sage with Eyes of Blue, Master with Eyes of Blue, and Effect Veiler. There's Maiden of Light, which lets you send it from your hand or field to the grave to place True Light from anywhere face up in your spell and trap card zone. If you special summon a Blue Eyes while this is in your graveyard, you can special it. And when a card effect's activated that targets it, you can special a Blue Eyes or a level 1 Light Tuner from your grave. True Light is basically just better Eternal Soul. Prevents your opponent from targeting Blue Eyes White Dragons in your monster zone. If it's sent for the spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, destroy all monsters you control. And you can activate one of the following effects. Either special a Blue Eyes, or set a spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes with a different name for the cards you control and in your grave. Again, literally just better Eternal Soul. This is what we're going to be using to get some of our other enablers. This being Roar of Blue Eyes White Dragon, special summons in defense position a Blue Eyes monster from your deck, or if you don't control Blue Eyes, only specials Blue Eyes, and you can banish it from your grave to perform a fusion summon. And there's also Majesty of White Dragons. Show up to 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, face up monster zone or grave, then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. A pop 3 at most, which is pretty damn good. And you can banish it to perform a ritual summon, but we're not really playing Chaos Max in this deck. Then, the other main monster to know is Spirit with Eyes of Blue. A Link monster, which you can summon with a level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster. If it's special, you can take 1 Mausoleum of White and either add it from your deck to hand or send it to the graveyard. Then you contribute it to Special of Blue Eyes from your hand or grave. But if you summon an effect monster, it can't attack and its effects are negated. Essentially, you do something like normal summon Sage or Primite, link it off for Spirit, get Mausoleum, and then you use Spirit to tag into Blue Eyes. Then if you did it with Sage, then you'll have likely searched Maiden of White, which then lets you special it back to make the synchro, yada yada. This deck mainly focuses on synchro summoning, so to that end, we've got the 1 copy of Spirit Dragon we're allowed to play, along with its tag target, that being Ultimate Spirit Dragon. I'm not exactly sure why I'm playing Crimson Dragon in this deck, but I mean, hey, it's a potential option that you can play if you have the option to make it with something like Neo Kaiser. It can honestly be pretty funny occasionally to use Neo Kaiser and a Blue Eyes to hard summon Crimson Dragon. But yeah, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon can negate the activate effect of a card in graveyard and tribute itself to tag into a Light Dragon synchro from the extra, but you destroy it during the end phase. This can tag into stuff like Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, Stardust Spark Dragon, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, and notably Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which prevents your opponent from banishing cards from your graveyard, and negates the activation of a card or effect on field and gives it 1,000. Also for Crimson Dragon, the target is Stardust Seafer Divine Dragon, which prevents your cards from being destroyed the first time they would be destroyed, and when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate the effect and destroy a card on the field. Again, a really solid synchro. We've also got the fusions, which you can go into with Ultimate Fusion, a really cool fusion card which allows you to destroy cards on the field up to the number of Blue Eyes you use as fusion materials. And this is mostly used for stuff like Tyrant Dragon, which either has to be fusion summoned or special summoned for the extra by tributing a Blue Eyes equipped with the fusion. It's unaffected by traps, can attack all monsters your opponent controls, and once per turn at the end of the damage step if it battles, you can target a trap and set it, so you can reset stuff like Impermanence, Majesty, and True Light. Yeah, other than that, we're mostly just playing some other generic, staple cards in here. Effect Veiler, funnily enough, is searchable, but with Sage and recoverable by Master, because of the fact that it's a light spellcaster. It's funny that it's both a hand trap and a combo starter in this deck in a weird way. Playing Ghost Ogre because it's one of the other light hand traps that I can have, and also I somehow accidentally crafted a Royal Rare Ghost Ogre. Lets you lets you send it from hand to grave when a monster or a spell or trap that was already on field activates its effect to destroy it. Notable because it can effectively negate continuous traps. It can basically negate continuous spell and traps because if you destroy them before their effect goes off, that doesn't get to resolve because it's not on the field. Again, another useful thing for Blue Eyes Mirrors. And then, of course, we're playing the 1 copy of Jet Dragon. If a card in the field is destroyed, special it from your grave, prevents other cards in the field from being destroyed by card effects, and at the end to start the damage step, if it battles, return a card to hand. But yeah, deck's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see how this event goes. I'm curious to see what everybody else is going to be playing in this event, because, aside from Light and Earth having a slightly higher player count, this does seem like a pretty even spread of decks, all things considered, so I'm curious to see what other folks are playing in theirs. I know that Max C is banned from this event, so we at least don't have to worry about that. So that's nice. Banger opening hand. Very nice. Alrighty. Normal Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel effect. No response. Perfect. Set Lordly Load. Activate Lordly Load. Grab ourselves Drill Beam. Go ahead and set the Drill Beam here for later. Link into Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Spirit effect to grab Mausoleum. Activate Mausoleum. Mausoleum effect, target Spirit, send a Blue Eyes. Then normal summon Master. Activate Spirit effect, tribute itself to special back Blue Eyes from grave. Use these two to synchro into Spirit Dragon. Activate Lordly Load, declare Blue Eyes, special out another Blue Eyes from the deck. Then set Majesty and Called By. I'd say that's a pretty good hand. We got a Graveyard Negate, tag into a non-field negate with Spirit Dragon. We have Called By, we got a negate and banish with Drill Beam, and a pop 2 with Majesty. Pretty good, pretty good. Reveal an Infernoid or a Void Spell or Trap card in your hand. Discard your entire hand and draw the same number of cards you discarded. Okay. It's an Infernoid. Interesting. Infernoid Evil Hero. Strange. Alright, let's let him cook. Let's see, what are they playing? Banishing 2, summoning out Piatti. Let's see. Tribute a monster, target card in your opponent's grave, banish it. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine, honestly. Tribute a monster, activate cards from the top of your deck. Oh, right, I can do this. Activate Primite Drill Beam, targeting Monster, and activate targeting Monster Gate to negate the effect of Monster Gate. Does he have a way around this? Let's see. I've negated the Monster Gate, so that's that starter gone. And he doesn't have any other Infernoids left in grave. He can't activate Void Reignition because that's except the turn it was sent, and he surrendered. Alrighty then. GG's. Blue Eyes, baby. Actually, I'm curious. What are the loner decks for this event? Let's see. There's a Zodiac deck. This one's Earth's. So this one's Earth and this one's the Earth and Light loner deck. Surprised they didn't put Blue Eyes in that slot. We got Defiant Martial Might, Heroic Challenge. Oh no, wait, these are all for my selected group. Okay. Yeah, these are all the loners for my selected group. Okay, so I have no idea what the other groups could be playing. It's strange that none of the loners are Blue Eyes, though, considering Primites are in this current set. Alrighty. Going first again. Don't mind if I do. Oh, very generous of you, game. Yeah, this hand's a little bit of a brick, but I think we can still work with this. Primite Roar, declare Blue Eyes, special Blue Eyes from deck. So I do at least have Primite Roar's Graveyard effect. That one's going to be useful. However, I can't really do any Synchro summoning here, so unfortunately I have to do a slightly questionable play here of just make Spirit Dragon pass. Just make Spirit Dragon pass with Imperm. I do have Primite Roar in Grave, so I can get rid of their normal summon, which depending on the deck I play against could be pretty good. And I've got Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, which is the Graveyard Negate. Raid Raptor Roost. Raid Raptor special summon for the extra. Okay. Raid Raptor has some Graveyard effects, so I'll hold on to Spirit Dragon for the time being. Oh, and actually this is perfect, because they normal Tribute Lanius. That's one of the few normals in their deck that is actually, one of the few normals in their deck that isn't actually like inherently a starter, so that's really good for us. Because yeah, that one doesn't have a quick effect. Yeah, perfect, he passed. Hell yeah. All right, nice, nice, nice. That's actually really good. Come on. Drill Beam unfortunately doesn't help here. So the Blue Eyes from Grave except the Sent Monster. Well, no wait, actually, Primite Drill Beam still works here. Yeah, Primite Drill Beam works here just fine because I have Blue Eyes in hand. So as long as he didn't draw a stronger starter, because I've got Drill Beam, Imperm, and Spirit Dragon here, so theoretically we've still got options. Let's see. Sacred Lands of the Simorg and pass. Alright then. Please. Yes! Perfect! Perfect, perfect. Literally the fucking best starter I could have gotten. Hell yeah, brother. No response? Just what I like to see. Alright, we could easily assemble lethal with this. And they scooped, yeah. That was super fucking lucky. The only starter they had in hand was fucking Tribute Lanius. Like, that was the perfect starter. Like, that was the perfect starter for us to go against because literally all I had to do was just banish Tribute Lanius. Like, that was the best potential opponent we could have gone against there. That was super fucking lucky. God damn. Going first fucking again. Streamer luck tonight, apparently. Oi. Yep, this is definitely not a good hand. Guess we'll just have to set 3 and hope this does it. If it doesn't, then we're fucked. Yeah, Primite is Imperial Dragon's unfortunately a massive brick, which is why I'm only playing one copy of it. Send a Speed Droid from hand or grave, add a Speed Droid from deck. That's theoretically fine. He sent Fuki Midoshi Piper. Okay, he added Car Turbo. I gotta imperm the Terror Top here. Okay, Car Turbo. I might as well just pop the Call By now on the Fuki Midoshi Piper. Because if I remember correctly, Speed Droids a little while ago got a new Synchro starter that's level 4. So I want to avoid him from... I want to try to stop him from making any lower level Synchros. Oh wait, fuck, but Rubber Band Shooter, that's right.
Well, Rubber Band Shooter might not be too bad. Let's see. Adamancipator, Risen, Raptite. What's he revealing here? Like, I thought he'd show Denden, Daiko Duke, and Take Tomborg. Interesting. Okay, nice. That was like the best. That was the best version of that. I gave him Daiko Duke and sent Tomborg. Okay, normal summon Denden, Daiko Duke. Linking off those two for Auroradon. I'm gonna have to chain Called By here on the Daiko Duke because I don't want him getting another tuner out from hand. Let's see, he is going to get 3 tuners here. He can potentially go into some plays, because, yeah, tribute those two off. Special, I'm guessing, Colt Wing? No, he's just going for O-Line. Okay. Into the graveyard, special Mecha Phantom Beast token, so he can make a level... He's making a level 8 Synchro. Axel Synchro Stardust, okay. Synchro Summon, special level 2 or lower tuner. Oh, wait, that's right. Fuck. I think we're dead here. Well, let's not be too hasty. Let's see what he can make first of all. Because who knows? He might not be, Okay, he's just making Baron Pass. Okay. Not helpful. Not helpful in the slightest. So that's a level 4 lower Dragon or Spellcaster, and Ghost Ogre is a Psychic. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna concede here. I ended up with a shitty hand. It is what it is. After all, I basically stole the first 2 games. It only makes sense that my bad luck would catch up to me eventually. Ah well, we go again. We go again. Going first, hell yeah. What are these fucking hands, dude? Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, baby, a triple. Do I normal the effect veiler here and give up something? Yeah, I think the best option here is to normal effect veiler, synchro into Spirit Dragon, and then sit on that. Sit on that with the 2 other roars set, and then the one in the grave. Like, this is the only thing that I can really do with this hand. Unfortunately, I am not having good luck when it comes to drawing the actual starters, like the light tuners. Maybe I should be playing 1-for-1 in this version of the deck. Do I? No, I'm not gonna pop Blue Eyes here yet. Okay, sending Imseti.
The special summon is an inherent effect, so unfortunately I can't really do anything about that. He can use the sarcophagus effect again. Send another Horus. Sending Tearlament's Heartbeat. Okay. Specialing back the Duamateth. Activating Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Okay. Tributes a Shadal Beast in hand in order to add Hallowed Azamina. If he tries to activate the effect of Hallowed Engrave, then I can negate that with Blue Eyes. What the fuck? Azamina's Soul Erythion? That's not a real fucking card. During the end phase, that's during the end phase, so yeah, I'll pop Spirit Dragon here. And then one thing I can actually do is I can do this. I can activate the other Roar. And since I don't have, Why is it making me declare another name? Declare one normal monster name. Maybe control the... Why isn't it letting me declare Blue Eyes? I don't know, man. For some reason, it wasn't letting me declare fucking Blue Eyes, so I guess I'll declare Skull Servant. Oh, until the end of your opponent's turn. Doi. Fucking reading. I'm stupid. I am stupid. That is on me. I am extremely stupid. Oh well. Like, this game's just a wash as well because of how shitty my hand ended up being. He already specialed the Imseti and the Duamatef, and Duamatef doesn't have enough attack points to beat over Blue Eyes. So I can kind of sit on Ultimate Spirit here. Oh no, wait, he's making SP, never mind. I gotta activate Ultimate Spirit here. They're gonna chain SP again, ban it. No? Huh. Why didn't they SP in response? Weird. What the? Oh wait, right, I forgot. Sark. I forgot that fucking King Sarcophagus has that effect. Hey. Come on, baby, give me something. A turn too late. Yeah, it can't be destroyed by battle, so we can just banish it. Ah, well. Unfortunate. Okay, going second for once. And no hand traps in the opener. Cool. Hey. Well, he's hard summoning Phantom. Normal Samsara, Tribute Samsara, Special Yubel. Yeah. Not sure if I'll be able to play through this, but I can certainly try. Yeah, no, I'm not playing through that. Even with a hand like this, there's no way in hell I can play through that. I'll just go next. I'll just go next. Alrighty, going first. A pretty solid ass hand. Activate Lordly Load, grab. Yep, grab Ether Barrel. Normal Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel. Set the Drill Beam. Oh, I should have started with Roar. Shit, that's on me. Yeah, well. Activate Spirit. Spirit add Mausoleum. Activate Mausoleum. Normal summon Sage. Sage effect, grab Maiden, activate Maiden, place True Light, activate Mausoleum, target Spirit, send to Blue Eyes, activate Roar of the Blue-Eyed White Dragons. Wait, what can my opponent activate here? Like, Nibiru, I think? Make Spirit Dragon. Let's see. Activate. Yep, activate Spirit. Tribute itself. Special back of Blue Eyes. Activate the effect of Maiden Engrave. Oh no, it's Dominus Impulse. Okay, that's fine. So he's not playing Light, Earth, or Wind. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Might as well activate Roar here. Should have activated this earlier, but whatever, it's fine. Declare Blue Eyes. Activate True Light. Set Majesty. Lordly Load. Special another Blue Eyes from deck. Alrighty, so we got a negate with Imperm, Graveyard Negate, tag into on-field negate, negate and banish with Drill Beam, destroy 3 with Majesty, and a banish normal summon with Primite Roar. Mimicry Lanius, let's get rid of that. You can Mimicry about it. Mimic cry about it, buddy. That's GG. Mimic cry about it. Yeah, I gotta win 22 games. That's a lot of gems. Very nice. Very nice.
Bam, 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 bam.
Alright, they're making me go second. So let's give it to me. What they playing? No hand traps, so even though I play fucking 9 of them, I don't seem to draw any of them. Let's see, what might they be? Salamangreat, interesting. Alright, he's starting off with Salamangreat of Fire. Grabbing a level 4 lower salad. Grabbing Gazelle, alright. Send Fire for Baylink, Special Gazelle, yep. Now, he's probably going to be playing the control variant of the deck, seeing as the link climbing heavy version is going to be very, very neutered for him. Because he's playing a fire deck, meaning the only other extra deck options he has are wind. So, there's not really any other, well, I mean, there is Apollosa. But then again, Salamangreat does kind of Firelock inherently, so he might still have some options here that he can do stuff with. I'd imagine he'll probably have the counter trap and the pop 4 at the end, which I think I can manage. I can easily use a Blue Eyes to threaten battle, which would walk over the Link 4 and turn off Rage. Just have to be mindful of Roar, because that's the counter trap. Alright, Sunlight Wolf. Weasel, target a Salamangreat, special it to my field. He gets to draw a card. Just saw a meme of somebody talking about fucking GQX, where all of the Xeon characters from the original Gundam that show up in GQX's flashbacks look exactly the same, except for Chalia Bull, who has like straight hair instead of like the gray curly hair that he had, and has like a far more wispy mustache. Like, bro got a complete design change. And it's honestly really funny.
Bam, 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 bam.
Alright, they're probably gonna make the Link 4 now. Okay, they're making regular Phoenix. suppose that makes sense. He gets the reincarnation for the field move. Let's see, he gets to special back Spinny here, but I don't know if he has any other extension. And the Spinny attack gain is only until the end of the turn. He does have Will, but I think he used... Yeah, he already used Will. What the... Huh. What an odd field. Okay, let's see. So... No, he doesn't have a quick reincarnation or anything. The only thing he really has going for him is the one back row. Alright then. Let's start with Ether Barrel. See if this... And that baits out the Roar. Alright then. Interesting. Do I go Ultimate Fusion here? Yeah, I think I want to grab Ultimate Fusion and Maiden here. I could do something really funny here. So that requires 2 blue eyes. I don't know if I want to commit to using up 2 of them. But this would be really funny, so fuck it. I want to see if this guy knows what Twin Burst does. Ah, wait, right, I forgot Promethean, damn it. I forgot fucking Promethean Princess is a thing. Damn it, I forgot about Promethean. Eh, well. Like, I completely forgot about Promethean there, honestly. I should have just gone for the fucking Tyrant Dragon and seen where that would have taken me. But then again, well, no, he wouldn't have been able to use Promethean to pop the continuous trap, so I suppose that's just lack of matchup knowledge on my part and completely glossing over Promethean for whatever fucking reason, like a dumbass. It is what it is. Okay, I finally drew a hand trap. Singular. This Impertin's gonna have to take me far. Or we're fucked. Okay, Lifeless Leafish is a very hard normal, so I'm definitely gonna do this. Unless he had extension in hand. Shit. Okay, for the see some of a number, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4. Ah, Kragan control. I mean, that's fine. There's not really a type restriction on any of the blue eyes, so I don't really care too much about Kragan, honestly. Destroy water monster your opponent controls. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, wait. I could do something interesting here. I want to see... I wonder if he might fall for this. Well, no, I can't really do that angle because I don't have a blue eyes, so I can't really try that. Let's do this. I'll activate Lordly Load, see if that baits out a... No, it did not. Alright then. Grab Drill Beam. I mean, honestly, from here, I'm gonna just straight up activate Drill Beam. Show him the blue eyes in hand. Target Stealth Kraken. That's fine. The only monster I have on field is a light monster with 0 attack. That banishes Kraken, so it doesn't even get the recursion effect off. Activate Roar, special blue eyes from deck. Effective Maiden Engrave, special herself back. Use Maiden to make Spirit. Spirit add Mausoleum. Activate Mausoleum. Additional normal summon Master. Activate Master effect. Add back Sage. Activate Mausoleum effect. Target Spirit. Send Blue Eyes. I should have sent it from deck, not from hand. Oh well, it's fine. Activate Sage, targeting Spirit. Send him, special Jet Dragon. Special summon Spirit Dragon, using these two. Activate Lordly Load. Get another Blue Eyes out. I know I'm not going to be able to push for lethal here, but honestly, it's fine. Does he have a battle trap or something? Ice Barrier. Okay. Oh wait, damn it! I shouldn't have used fucking Lordly Load yet because I could have done Spirit Dragon. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Yeah. He gets to add back Abyss Shark, but honestly, I'm not really too concerned about that. I have all 3 Blue Eyes out already, but I could do... no, it's fine. No, wait, I shouldn't have left Jet Dragon because its effect's negated. Fuck. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. Okay. Let's see. He's going for White Mirror. That's fine. He can special back the Leafish and add another copy of it. That'll let him send a fish monster from deck to grave. But if he does, then I can activate Spirit Dragon effect. Okay, he is special summoning Abyss Shark. Let's see, what's he gonna grab here? Grabbing Right Hand Shark. Okay, so then I should pop Majesty here. So now he has Leafish and Grave he can try to activate. Let's see. Normal summon at a left-hand shark. Oh wait, that's the fucking normal summon dependent one. Shit. Alright then. Alright then, plan B. I thought he had added the special summon dependent one, which is left-hand shark. That's on me. Well, actually, this guy's special summon level 5 or higher. Monster special summon your opponent's field. Target a special summon monster. Okay. Shit. Let's do... Yeah, I'll do Ultimate Spirit Dragon here. I've blundered this one real bad. But theoretically, we should still be fine. It's fire, it's water and dark, so he can't make like Crooked Cook or anything. Okay, pitching that for White Stingray. I should have waited. I didn't know he had Stingray. That's fine. Okay, so he's got 3 level 4s on field. Let's see, what can he make here? I'm not gonna shotgun anything yet because I want to see if he has something that like directly threatens me. Let's wait. Wait and see what he's got. Target a water monster, special this card, banish when it leaves the field. Okay. Crystal Shark. Mad special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Exceeds. That's fine. Ah, Silent on an Arc. Okay. Wait, target a special summon monster your opponent controls at face-up attack position. Ha! You can't steal Ultimate Spirit Dragon! It's in defense position! Ha! Technicality! Ha! Ragna's 0. Target an attack position monster your opponent controls whose attack is different from its original attack. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Arctic. Super appreciate it. Hope you're having a great one. Alright then. Now, I know Ragnazero's effect, and that requires a face-up attack position monster. However, I have a method of getting around that. Yeah, I just special back the one Blue Eyes from the graveyard, turn off the effect of the Primite's field spell, and then just punch him in the face with the Blue Eyes. That game was very misplay heavy on my part, but fuck it, we ball. I somehow made it out. Somehow accidentally my way into a win. Going first again. Don't mind if I do. Alrighty, let's see. Oy. Well, no, this works. I can work with this. Alrighty, activate Lordly Load. Lordly Load, grab Ether Barrel. Normal Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel effect, grab Drill Beam. Special Summon Spirit. Activate Spirit effect, grab Mausoleum. Activate Mausoleum. Additional normal summon effect Veiler. Activate Mausoleum effect, targeting Spirit. Send Blue Eyes. Activate Spirit. Tribute itself off. Special Blue Eyes from Grave. Make Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Lordly Load, special Blue Eyes from deck. Set 2 and pass. Alright. Alright, this seems pretty good. Got Majesty, called by Primite Drill Beam, a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and the Primite Imperial in hand. Alright, I can work with this. Let's see, what's my opponent gonna do? Allure of Darkness, alright. Let's see, so they are playing a dark deck. Banishing its Dark World. Good thing I have Spirit Dragon. That I have to negate. Accidentally showed the Imperial in hand, but that's fine. Yeah, I have to negate the Red Eyes Fusion there because I do not want to deal with Dragoon. Alright, he's got Gates of Dark World. Target a Fiend in your grave, discard a Fiend, draw a card. That requires him to banish a Fiend from grave. Yeah, unfortunately I have to lose the Imperial here, which is fine. Youch! Triple tack, cross out, card destruction. Ouch! That's gotta fucking hurt! About to end his turn, I'll activate Majesty. Show these two. Pop Gates in the set down. Or Gates in the face down. That was Dominus Impulse. Youch! My guy did not. My guy is straight up not having a good time right now. Grab the Ether Barrel back. Normal Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel effect, set a Primite Roar, just in case. activate Drill Beam effect, set it from grave. Change these two to attack position. Activate Ether Barrel effect, tribute itself to send a Blue Eyes from deck. Perfect material for Ultimate Fusion. I could make fucking Neo Blue Eyes! I wish they didn't surrender. I would have loved to fucking stunt on him and make Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Fucking Seto Kaiba moment. It would have been exact lethal too with the Spirit Dragon. Oh, that would have been so fucking funny. For those of you that don't know why Ultimate Dragon is in the extra deck, the one-of card that I have, Prayers with Eyes of Blue, or Prayers to the White Dragon, or whatever it's called, has the effect that you can banish it from your grave to equip a Blue Eyes from your extra deck to a Blue Eyes you control. And Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has the effect that you can banish it from your grave when a card or effect is activated that targets a Blue Eyes to negate the activation. So I equip that to a Blue Eyes and then either link it off or make it into Tyrant Burst Dragon, and then I have negation protection in grave, or some target protection in grave, which is pretty good. Gonna activate Imperm on the Ogier, because I don't want him getting a Noble Arms. Or rather, I don't want him sending a Noble Arms anyway. Let's see, he did have the Reynode in hand, but he can't make, it's Fire and Wind, so he can't make the fucking, yeah, he has to make Angelica here. Because he can't make the fucking, the one Link monster, what's his name? Isolde, that's it. He can't make Isolde Two Tails with Noble Arms, because that doesn't have the appropriate type as one of his, doesn't have, she's like an Earth attribute, if I remember correctly. Alright, Durandal. Reynode equipped to her. Card effects activated, target for an attack. Send a Fire Warrior. Or from deck to grave. Banish this until end phase, then special summon a roll-in from your deck or extra deck. Okay. Send Infernoble Knight Turpin. Gets Captain Roland. Okay. Let's see. Equipping Durandal. During the main phase, this card's in your graveyard. Targeting Warrior Monster. Okay. Special back Turpin. At a level 5 or lower, Fire Warrior. Destroy this card. Let's see, adding Brandant, okay. Okay, so he does have Emperor Charles, alright. During the main end phase, target equip spell from your grave to this card. Equip Fire Warrior from the deck, gives 500 attack. Equip spell, destroy a card on the field, okay. Destroy the Alma, destroy the Almace. Target Fire Warrior is banished during grave, add to hand. Okay. And then I'm guessing that's probably where he makes the Link monster and then equips the Emperor Charles, I'd imagine. Yeah, making the Link 1, Emperor Charles the Great. Spell trap cards activated, send a equip spell for a hand or face of field, negate the activation. So that's only when a spell or trap card is activated. Fighting Flame Sword, add a card for a hand, deck to hand dimensions, Flame Swordsman. Equip an equip spell for hand or graveyard to this card, then equip a Fire Warrior for your deck to this card as an equip spell. Okay. If a card becomes equipped to a monster on the field, destroy a card. Okay. He's specialing out the Charles. Interesting. Okay, and then Angelica comes back. During the end phase, equip an equip spell from hand or grave to him. Okay, equipping Durandal. And Oliver. Okay, so I'll start with Imperm, attempt to negate the Emperor Charles. Let's see, is he going to... He is not going to negate that. Alright. Let's normal summon Ether Barrel effect. Alright, I forgot. That still has fucking Emperor Charles effect. Yeah, and then that has the fucking negation. Shit. Well, actually, that forces out his spell and trap card negation. Meaning that while he can destroy Ether Barrel here... Well, he can destroy either Ether Barrel or Lordly Load. So he can destroy either Ether Barrel or Lordly Load. So let's see. He's got to destroy the Ether Barrel. Okay. Activate you, grab, do I want to grab Roar here? I can grab Drill Beam, banish him? Well, no, wait, that requires me to target. Can he be targeted? Target Fire Warrior, equip spell gives a 500 attack when the end phase, or target monster field. Equip spell gives a 500 attack, that gives a 500 and 500 attack as well. What's his original effect? Summon Emperor Charles. Equip spell. Okay, so he can still be targeted. God, this is a tough one. I think I grabbed Drill Beam here. Wait, I can't negate his effects, damn it. I fucked that up. Yeah, he got it. Unfortunately, I didn't really have, there wasn't really like a very clean target that I could imperm in that matchup, and that imperm was the only hand trap that I drew. Although Ghost Ogre would have gone hard there if I had drawn it, but I didn't, so, well. It is what it is. Dwight Eisenhower? Dwight from The Office? Which Dwight are we talking here? Alright, who are we going first? Something tells me my opponent might be playing Blue Eyes as well. What is this hand? What is this fucking hand? Oh my god, alright. I can work with this, I think. I'll certainly try. Alright, link you into Spirit. Spirit, effect, grab Mausoleum. Oh no, it's not Blue Eyes. Okay. He's activating Droll, that's fine. Bold of him to assume that I'm going to do any more searching this turn. Now the good news is, since I don't have True Light face up, I don't have an immediate point of vulnerability. He just thinks I have 3 back row. So he's playing a wind and fire deck. Well, his attributes are wind and fire. I don't know specifically whether he's playing a wind deck or a fire deck due to the only thing he activated being Droll. It's Fire King. Okay. Normal or special summon, destroy another fire monster. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna... I don't want to go willy-nilly with the destruction effects here because I'm playing against Fire Kings. I mean, it could be Fire King Snake Eye for all I know. It's Fire King Snake Eye. God damn it, of course it is. This card is a continuous spell. Target a fire monster in your grave, except Snake Eye's Diabellstar. Face up its own spell and traps. Now it's a continuous spell. Special summon this card. Okay, so I don't think Snake Eye Diabellstar it doesn't have an effect when it's destroyed, so he isn't going to be able to plus off of Alkinix destroying something. Monster was originally fire, destroy a Valor card effect, special summon this card from your graveyard or hand. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Jolteon378, thank you for the follow. Super appreciated. Hope you're having a great night. Welcome on in. Let's see, I forget. Destroy a fire beast, beast warrior, or winged beast in your hand. Gains attack equal to the attack of the destroyed card. Okay. So special summon a Fire King, destroy a card on the field. If I'm gonna destroy some of them, I want to destroy the ones that have already been destroyed or already used their effects. So like Garunix, for example, is something that I can destroy. Like Garunix is something I can destroy just fine. Arvada I don't want to destroy. I want to use Majesty first before Ultimate Fusion. Okay, so he just used Arvada's effect. So, summoning him. Let's see. Only use each effective Kieran once per turn. Okay, so then I'll pop this. Show these two. And destroy these two, because they've already used their effects this turn. Excellent, 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 excellent. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Before the end of the main phase, yeah. Flip up True Light, use the effect now. Set a Blue Eye Speller Trap. Set Wishes. Beautiful. Yes, baby. Yes, that's what we like to see. Bit late on the Ghost Ogre, but honestly, that's fine. All right, activate Wishes. Pitch the Blue Eyes. Grab Roar and yeah, grab Roar and Sage. If I'm gonna swing here, I want to try to go for lethal. I'm gonna grab Master here. Hang on, I think Spirit Dragon would work in this situation, so I'm gonna go Spirit Dragon. Special summon in defense position. Yeah, let's do this. Roar special the last Blue Eyes from deck. Sage effect, send Master. Special Jet Dragon. Activate the effect of Wishes, targeting Blue Eyes. Equip Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Use these to use that to make Tyrant Dragon. So that way, in case this doesn't work like I think it does, we still have insulation. Okay, so go to battle. Attack her with Tyrant Dragon. Yeah, Tyrant Dragon effect to set the trap card. Let's see, he's gonna activate Courier Ulcanix here. Like, I think Ulcanix is the only thing he has that he can activate. No, wait, he also has Garunix, that's right. Okay, chain 1 Garunix, chain 2 Ulcanix. I can negate the Ulcanix here. Damn it. No, wait, actually, I can just do this. Jet Dragon effect. And then True Light effect, special back of Blue Eyes, and swing for game. Chest! Blue Eyes finish! But yeah, that's the thing with Fire King. You gotta be really careful whenever you're using your destruction effects. Like, you gotta be careful and save them for when they've summoned back they summon back the Fire Kings that have already used the destruction effect. Alrighty, I've got Imperm and Valor here, which is definitely a really good start. I'm guessing they're playing Salamangreat. Sending a Mulch Army makes sense. To grab... No, it's Marine Sass. Interesting. Okay, sending a Marine Sass, that's fine. Let's see, what are they gonna send here? Because as far as I remember, Marine Cess don't really have any... Let's see. Okay, if you control 2 or more Marine Cess, target a Water Link, special it. What the? Scriptron. Interesting. Okay, he's going for Blue Slug here, so I'm gonna Veiler. Okay, Sleepy Maiden and Spring Girl are two problematic ones that he might be able to grab here. Alright, he's grabbing Spring Girl. Okay, normal summoning Seahorse. Or no, wait, that was the special. That was the special summon of Seahorse. Okay. Righty, normal summon Blue Tank. That's a special Seahorse. Okay. Linking those two for Coral Anemone. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, he's activating Coral Anemone here. So now I'm gonna throw down the. I'm gonna throw down the Imperm. The Link 3, if I remember, just searches a Marine Cess card, so we wouldn't be able to get the negation. He can only activate Mandarin. He can't even activate Mandarin because it isn't on field. Remain phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. Okay, he's going for... Okay, so he has to... Yeah, he has to go for the Marbled Rock play here. Target a Marine Cess, except Coral Anemone, add it to hand. He already used his normal summon for the turn, and he already specialed Seahorse. He does get to shuffle the Mandarin back into deck, which is fine. So Optic declares attack, send a Marine Cess from hand to graveyard. Monster can't be destroyed by battle, and you take no damage. Target a Marine Cess, except a Marbled Rock and Grave, add to hand. Okay. Okay, he gets to add back Seahorse, but he already special summoned Seahorse. Oh wait, right, he has Spring Girl in hand. Shit, I forgot. I forgot. Alright, I think he can make the Link 1 here, and then that might become an issue. Or is he just gonna set and pass? Because the Link 4 only really works if he has the field spell up. Which he doesn't? What? Why are you making Aqua Argonaut without having Battle Ocean up? What? What the fuck? Alright then. I think the field spell lets you do an additional... Well, I mean, yeah, I can special Neo Kaiser if I control a Blue Eyes, so this is fine, honestly. Alright, Primite Roar. Declare Blue Eyes. Target a Water Link, returns to the extra deck, special summon a Marine Cess from the extra link deck with the same Link rating but a different name. It can't be attacked directly or be destroyed by battle this turn. Okay, tagging into Great Bubble Reef. Shouldn't he have done this the other way around? Because Great Bubble Reef during the standby phase lets you banish a water to draw. He should have done that the other way around. The fuck? I don't know, man. Something tells me my opponent hasn't really played Marine Cess before. Just a hunch. Something tells me they might not have played this deck before. Something tells me they might not have played Marine Cess before, but that's just me. I'll grab Imperial Dragon here just in case. I can special Neo Kaiser, and they scoop. All right then. Cool beans. Yeah, I have no clue what they were doing there, because Aqua Argonaut only really becomes formidable if you summon it when you have the Marine Cess field spell activated. Because with that field spell, you get to equip a bunch of Marine Cess links from Grave to Argonaut, and then Argonaut gets its negation, and then you combine that with the other, like the more hand-trappy Marine Cess cards. I know this because I played Marine Cess for a while in Master Duel. So I have no idea what they were going for there. Alright, oops, all engine. Alright, I'm going first, okay. Wait, did they make me go first? They selected going second. Okay, that's slightly concerning. But I can make this work. Alright, activate Lordly Load. Lordly Load, grab Ether Barrel. Normal Ether Barrel, get Drill Beam. Link that off for Spirit. And they scoop. Alright then. I don't really think I would have had a very good field, but whatever works. I swear, man, so many of these people just see the start of the Blue Eyes combo, and then they just dip. They don't even care if I have proper follow-up, they just leave. Like, my brother in Christ, there are definitely things you could have done to outplay me there, but alright, sure. Also, I put that other Primate Dragon in this deck specifically because I thought I put fucking Imperial Dragon in here because I thought I'd run into at least one mirror match, but so far I haven't run into a single one. Are you just not able to play people that are running the same type as you in this event? Did I just do the complete wrong thing by putting Imperial Dragon in here? Ugh. I don't know, man. Okay, 7th Ascension, add 7th Tachyon. 7th Tachyon's gonna be able to get him a number exceed, get a monster from his deck with the same type or attribute as a number exceeds. My guess is that they're probably playing Sharks. Because, like, Sharks and Battling Boxers are the only Xyz decks that I really know that play that. Alternatively, it might be, if it's Tachyon Dragons, that would disprove my theory that I can't play against people with running the same attribute as me. Because some of the Tachyon Dragon extra deck requires light monsters. Okay, yeah, it is Sharks. It's Sharks. It's Sharks do 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 do. It is Sharks do 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 do. It is Sharks do 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 do. It is Sharks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna imperm Big Jaws here. Because I don't know if he has another Shark in hand, so this might be a good idea. Besides, it's not like I really have very many other options at this point. And he had Shark King in hand. Or Abyss Shark, whatever the fuck his name is. I called him Shark King because his whole thing is that he's meant as like anime support. He's meant to be able to summon the Poseidon number monster. Just like how Drake Shark here is meant to summon Shark Drake. That's like the whole thing. Okay, treating those two as level 4s, making, yep, Shark Drake. Yep, Shark. Yep, Shark. Shark Drake. Shark. Bleh, 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 bleh. Can't speak.
Okay, is he making the new guy? Well, the new guy... I think the new guy has to be made on top of Shark Drake Vice. I think that's his whole thing. Because I remember that it's like a Shark Drake Vice retrain, but I didn't know if it needed the original Vice. Pitching Aqua Jet Surface. Okay, yeah, Shark Drake Levice. Exceed summon it by discarding a spell and using a rank 4 Shark Drake as material. Let's see, once per turn you can attach a material, target an effect monster, negates effects, its attack becomes 0. Make a second attack during each battle phase, attacks defense position, inflict piercing. Why is he making silent on our arc here? What? Oh, he's doing that as insulation. Clever. Clever, clever. However, that really only protects him from destruction. So really, I have a fair amount of ways that I can out this. An effect monster negates effects, its attack and defense becomes 0. No, yeah, I gotta get Drill Beam here. Activate Drill Beam, show him the blue eyes, tell the Shark Drake to fuck off. And he surrendered. Alright, cool. I had no follow-up other than that, but sure, I guess. This event is just Primite, like, Primite Blue Eyes is just so fucking broken in this event. Like, I swear to God, this deck is like perfectly positioned to counter so many of the other decks in this event. But then again, that's probably just because Primite Blue Eyes is really just fucking really good in general, both in like Master Duel and in the TCG. Like, this shit good. Banger fucking hand. Alright, we got Ether Barrel and Sage here. We can cook. Alrighty, normal Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel effect. He's got something. Okay, he's gonna Imperm Ether Barrel. Makes sense. Doesn't want him getting access to the Primite engine. Let's see. Link Ether Barrel off into Spirit. Activate Mausoleum. Normal summon Sage. Sage effect, grab another Light Tuner. We grab Maiden. Activate Maiden, send it to the grave to place True Light. Then from here, let's activate this, send Blue Eyes. Now from here, the combo is somewhat open-ended, but I want to do this. Yeah, let's do this. Activate Spirit, tribute itself, special Blue Eyes, and then I believe I can trigger Maiden here. Yes, activate Maiden. Maiden special summon herself. Use these two to make Spirit Dragon. And then I can activate, activate Sage, targeting Maiden, activate Maiden effect, special something back. What do I special back here? Yeah, let's special back Blue Eyes, because then I can make seals with the 2 Blue Eyes, and then I have the trap, and the trap card can be a pop 3. Or no, not a pop 3, just a pop 2 still.
those two off for seals. Activate True Light. Set Majesty. Alright, so I've got a bounce with seals, graveyard negate, tag into on-field negate with Spirit Dragon, pop 2 with Majesty, and negate with Effect Veiler. And then I also have True Light for further recovery if need be. Trigger Winged Beast, add a Winged Beast. It's Lyrilusk. Interesting. I don't need to worry too much about this because Lyrilusk needs to get like a decently sizable field presence before they can make any of their like really big synchro or any of their really big Xyz monsters. So theoretically, as soon as they get anything higher than 2 Lyrilusk on field, so yeah, I've definitely got, I definitely have a fair few options here with regards to how to deal with them. Potentially, I could do, I could actually do this. Hieratic Seals, Tribute itself, bounce the Lyrilusk. Okay, he's going to pivot with Swallow's Nest. That still lets me bounce whatever you summon here. Yeah, that still lets me bounce that. And because the chain didn't resolve with that on field, he doesn't get the effect. I can make Jet Dragon here. Yeah, let's get Jet Dragon. We get Jet Dragon to protect the rest of my monsters on field from destruction effects, which is perfect. And they scoop. I feel like I'm just beating up a baby. I feel like fucking Mike Tyson punching an orphan right now. This feels too easy. Fucking Blue Eyes Primite is making this event... feels like it's making this event way too easy. Eh. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, I'll do... This will be one last game for tonight, because I think I've proved my point. Like, Jesus Christ. This is fucking psychotic. Oh boy! We got Ether Barrel, Roar, Maiden, and 2 hand traps. Here we go! I declare Blue Eyes. I special Blue Eyes. Normal summon, Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel. Set Lordly Load. Activate Lordly Load. Add Drill Beam. Activate Maiden of White. Place the trap card. Use Ether Barrel to make Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Activate Spirit's effect. Add Mausoleum of White. Mausoleum of White. Activate its effect. Target Spirit. Send another Blue Eyes from deck. Activate Spirit. Tribute itself. Special Blue Eyes from grave. Activate Maiden. Special out Maiden. And they scooped. Yeah, alright then. I think I've proven my point about Blue Eyes in this event. Literally half the wins that I needed just from this one stream. Jesus Christ. But, yeah. Yugi Boomers rejoice. Blue Eyes is curb stomping people again. Before I end off stream real quick, here's the deck list that I used. It probably could be improved a little bit. Like, there are definitely some other options that you could go into, maybe playing more copies of Jet Dragon or some of the other specific cards. I didn't get to do it at all tonight, but Neo Kaiser into Crimson is definitely a very funny option. If you have access to it as, like, extension. But, yeah. Overall, very, very solid deck for this event. Mostly due to the Primite cards. I mean, let's be real here. The Primite cards are fucking carrying this deck. Primite is a very expensive... Like, the deck itself is definitely expensive. The new Blue Eyes cards in particular, because, like, you need 3 copies of Wishes of Blue for the meta version, 3 copies of Maiden of White for the version outside of the event, and then 6 total URs with 3 Lordly Load and 3 Ether Barrel. But if you can afford to make the deck, it can be very, very powerful. But yeah, for those of you that are curious what my ranked version of the deck looks like, here's the version of the deck that I play in ranked. It's pretty similar to the original. It just has 3 of the Bystials, 2 copies of Fuelos, 2 copies of Max C. I'm playing the Bystials in here because they're really important given that Fiendsmith is such a popular engine. Same reason that I'm playing the Call by the Graves. The Crossout Designator also helps with ensuring my combo goes through. 3 copies of Ether Barrel, 3 copies of Lordly Load, and 1 copy of Drill Beam. These 3 are like the perfect engine because drawing either Ether Barrel or Lordly Load gets you full Primite combo with the Drill Beam. Because then for there you can take Ether Barrel, you could go into fucking Spirit, and then if you have like Sage in hand, like Ether Barrel and Sage, or Ether Barrel and Maiden, or Lordly Load and Maiden, Lordly Load and Sage, like Lordly Load or Ether Barrel and Wishes, like that's like a 2-card combo that gets you 2 Spirit Dragon on field, along with the fucking Pop 2 Trap with Majesty. I only play 2 Blue Eyes in this version of the deck because Blue Eyes can definitely be a bit bricky if it's run at 3, but I think 2 is the perfect amount. And then there's the Spirit Dragons, which you should ideally be able to make 2 for your end board, because then with Spirit Dragon you can go into Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon and Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon then tags into Stardust Safer, and Safer will actually prevent both the Ultimate Spirit Dragon and itself from being destroyed during the end phase, which is honestly really good. And then there's also Black Rose as another optional tag-in with Spirit Dragon. Black Rose has just been, like, one of the best options to tag into with Spirit Dragon for God knows how long. Baron de Fleur, because the Spirit Dragon and the Spirit Dragon's level 9. Neo Blue Eyes is here to equip with Wishes. Tyrant Dragon can help clean up some board states, plus it can also reset Majesty and Imperm. I honestly don't know why I'm playing Typhon in this list. Like, it is occasionally useful, but I haven't really found Typhon to be too particularly useful in this deck, especially considering you can't normal or special monsters for the rest of the turn when you summon it. So I don't really know why Typhon's in here. 2 copies of Spirit, the 1 copy of Heretic Seal, and then SP Lil Knight is here as an extra option. You do have to keep in mind that Roar, the Blue-Eyed Dragon's Dragon locks you, but that's really the only card in this deck that actually like locks you in only dragons. So yeah, Primite Blue Eyes. Very, very busted, as you saw tonight. Like, good lord, that deck is absurd. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Super appreciate it. Let's go ahead and find someone to raid, shall we? Let's see, who is live? Let's see.
Mako is live. Yeah, let's go raid Mako. I haven't gotten a chance to raid Mako in ages. As for the raid message, let's do... The Beam Brigade played a game that Ender helped develop, and then kicked butt in Master Duel with Blue Eyes. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I super appreciate it, and I really want to appreciate you all for coming out here. I know that like the first stream, the start of stream when I was showing off my own game was like not something that a lot of folks are going to be familiar with, but I really wanted to show off the game and kind of talk to you all about it, because the game has been like something that I've been super passionate about for the entire semester when I've been working to help develop it. And now that it's out, I just can't stop gushing about it. So it would mean the world to me if you guys would check out the game. I posted the link earlier in stream. You could also find it in the Discord. If you guys would check out the game, that would mean the absolute world to me. But yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye!